Sal Alissa, how are you?
Doing great.
Exhausted.
Exhausted. That's the right word.
Yeah, no, I've never done this. At the last day of the conference expo and done a recording after hours, this seemed like the best place to do it.
I feel like it fits.
And what a phenomenal.
Is this really after hours? It is ShutterFest. This is kind of early evening.
It is. The sun's still out, right? What
The
is it?
DJ arrives in about 20 minutes.
Yeah, this will be going on for another 5 hours.
Yeah, I didn't know that the whole light show thing happened. So that happened while I was recording.
Surprise.
And I was like, what in the hell is going on? Oh, we kept going. It's a beautiful place, beautiful event. Thank you. I'm so shocked at how surprised I was coming here. I knew I was getting myself into some trouble and fun coming to this not cult.
It's, ShutterFest is one of those things where it's always the same. It really is. People they don't come because they hear about it, but they don't hear a lot about it. Then a friend recommends it, tells them what a great experience it is, how the community is, that everybody's helping each other. There's no egos. And then they come and they'll track me down at some point and be like, I've never been part of anything like this. This is amazing. And that for me is what I want. That's what I want people to feel like, that there is a community, that it's not you against me. It's that we can actually be in this together and be successful together. And so when I think about my legacy, that's what I want to think about. Like, I hope this conference goes on after me, and I hope the people that are here as attendees someday become instructors. To me, there'd be no better gift.
Yep.
So how do you guys pull this off? Like, how did you do
This lady right here.
No, it's me and two other girls, really. Alicia Simpson, she's our lead designer. She's been with us for 10 years. She does so much behind the scenes. And if you think I don't like being on camera, you've never met Alicia. She runs when she sees a
Or
camera.
that's probably why I cannot get her.
Oh, you would never. She would never.
I saw her once when I got my badge, and like, oh, you're Outspoken Artist. I'm like, okay, I should know you because you mentioned my name.
Yep.
It's like, oh, Alicia. I'm like, oh, of course I do.
She is. She's such a hard worker, and she puts so much of her heart and soul into this event. And I know she takes so much pride into everything that comes from it.
You go to other events, not all events. I know there's ones that are kind of family owned, but you go to other events, it's run by a company. They're making corporate decisions,
Yeah,
Not
she's
that
got layers and layers and layers of people, management.
Here, there's one layer between like on the ground operations and the owner of the company. So something's going wrong, something's going haywire. I'm involved immediately, and she's involved immediately. And I think that helps us with the pulse of our community, because we are in the community. We understand it. Not only are we professional photographers, but we own the conference. So we try to make sure everything we do, we're always thinking about photographers.
Yep.
But I got to circle back because you just redirected the combo. She makes this happen. Her, Alicia, Molly, the three of them, they'll have a couple of months off here after the event, but then we start getting ready for 26. And it's really these girls who do all the work, have all the vision. I couldn't do it without them. I'm just a dancing monkey.
He is. No, honestly, that's all I need him to do. And the week of ShutterFest, when we're prepping before we leave, we have everything staged in our studio for the movers to come pick it up. And he's not allowed in the studio that whole week because he just distracts us and we don't get stuff done. And then even here, when we're setting up here, I make him stay up in the room. I'm like, you are not allowed to come down because you're just going to get in the way.
I mean, it's been going on for a couple of years. So I think there's some precedent as to why those corporate decisions are being made.
Right.
I'm serious. Like, we're setting up and I look up and Sal's walking down the stairs. I was like, who let him out? What's happening? And it just turns into a circus when he's around.
It's great. It's funny. I'm seeing all these people I recognize that they teach, yet they interact with people. That's something that you mentioned to me, that one of the prerequisites almost of somebody speaking or teaching here is interact. Be more than just this person that's
the bar, sorry to cut you off, the bar is set so high when it comes to that. You go to another conference, I would say probably 95% of them, speakers going to go to their class, they're going to teach, and they're dipping out. They're either going back up to their room, maybe they're at the bar in the evening or something, but for the most part, there's no engagement with the community. So therefore, there is no community. When we have our speaker meeting pre-event, so I have all the speakers in a single room, and we just go over the ground rules for the event, what to expect, what type of attendees are here, what interests there are, but I drive the point home. Look, if after 18 years of doing this and teaching and having a conference, if I can be in the hallway at 1 o'clock in the morning, holding someone's light, giving them advice, helping them reframe a shot, you can do, right? Get out there, help these people. and you see it, and I think speakers, how do I say this, don't not want to do those things. But I think maybe other conferences don't have that kind of community or culture to encourage it. So it's not a ding against them, but I think there's a difference between something being corporate run or maybe family run.
Alyssa, you mentioned something that I actually enjoyed, and I liked the concept of having like that keynote type of speaker and whatnot, and doing away with it because not one speaker should be elevator versus the other one. And I cannot agree more. What led to that? Why did we go down that path?
He's always been, I don't know if you said this already, but he's always been of the mindset, like, check your ego at the door. That's kind of like the mantra of ShutterFest, from speakers to attendees, everybody just check it the minute you walk in. And I don't know, we go to other conferences, not even in the photo industry, other conferences, we've been to marketing conferences, and they always have these keynote speakers, and they're just, I hate to admit it, it's always a letdown.
My wife loves smoking.
No, I hate it.
It's funny. Our dynamic is pretty funny because she's like, something goes wrong. You ever go out to eat with your significant other and, there's something wrong with the order. Alyssa's the person who will say nothing, absolutely nothing.
I'm like, it's fine.
Yeah. She's like, it's fine.
I ordered corn, but I'll take the mashed potatoes.
Yeah. And she's like, whenever that happens, she's like, this is why I married you. Somebody's got to tell him I didn't order the mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
So that's my job to do that.
But he makes me do it all the time.
So something to keep in mind. When I first got started speaking, yes, where that kind of mantra came from. I'll never forget, I was at a conference. I'm not convening the conference because it's not their fault. I walk into this room and, supposed to start at 1 o'clock or whatever. The lights dim in the room. Speaker's not on stage. All of a sudden, they're playing this 3-minute highlight reel of the speaker. They show him like putting on his suit jacket. He's flipping his watch. He's got a Rolex on, walks downstairs, gets into a Ferrari, pulls into somewhere, gets on a fucking helicopter, goes and he land, and now he's shooting a wedding. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Who is this? Is this like Steven Spielberg? No, he's a wedding photographer. Like, stop taking yourself so seriously. Come to find out, a couple of years later, there was like a huge write-up about him. Steals his customers' deposits, doesn't show up for weddings, right? 2 years of deposits he takes from his clients. I'm like, so the guy's a fraud, a complete fraud. So what is the point of creating this elevated thing if you're not down in the trenches with the people that you're trying to elevate? Because I got news for you. No matter how successful you are as a photographer, and don't lose sight that we are photographers, you started somewhere.
Yeah.
And you can't lose sight of that. And you always got to remember, like, there was a point in time, I didn't know how to turn on my flash, right? I didn't understand how to set my, exposure triangle or any of those types of things. So that's what we try to encourage these people to do, and not let we have great photographers here, make no mistake.
Right.
We just remember you're a photographer.
Well, and I think some of the best conversations or the best education happens after hours here, where you're like, people will sit on the hallway floor until 4 o'clock in the morning, just talking about what they've learned over the last couple of years as like getting their business started. And it's not led necessarily always by teachers either, educators that we bring to the event. It's a lot of the community teaching each other, like finding common ground and just getting together and chatting about the same issues they have.
Over the years, we've had speakers who never applied to speak, but then I'd be walking around and I'm seeing them with a group of 20 people, teaching them whatever they know. And I'm like, I'd be like to her, I'm like, who is that? She's like, I don't fucking know. I'm like, so then I have to go figure out who that was and that they weren't a speaker. I'm like, you need to apply to speak here, right? So we really want that promotion from within, because as you've experienced now, the culture here is really hard to explain to someone. Like, how do you walk away and explain what this is?
So that's why people say it's a cult.
Yeah, that was in our conversation. It's like, well, people think. I asked her, what is the biggest misconception you think about ShutterFest? That it's a cult. It's like, but no, like they all are in a way if you think about it in their own way. Right. I tell you what, I think as a person, I mean, I guess for me it comes natural too. But people ask me all the time about this, and they're like, so what is this? What is that? And I'm like, I can either be a jerk,
right,
and be like, dude, leave me alone, or I can tell them, this is what I'm using now, but don't let the flash, like all the flashy stuff, disguide you. Like I've gone through a lot of different trial and errors, and even right now, I forgot to bring extra headsets. I always bring extra headsets. This time around, these are my editing headsets.
Okay. All right.
So makes it super easy, but I can hear you, and this is my $17 microphone.
Yeah.
Because
we're slumming here.
No one would have ever known.
At the end, nobody really knows. And I drive that point home to people. It's like, just start with what you have.
Exactly.
I started with these. And then I upgraded to the shares, but start with your camera, start with this, start with
Right.
that.
Same thing in photography. You can buy lighting. I think lighting is a very expensive investment for photographers. You could start with a very inexpensive kit, which I did when I started in photography. I started with Alien Bees. No one looks at that brand and says, well, that's the top brand in the industry. But that's where I started. That's what I used. It got the job done. They're a very good brand, economical. But over time, I've migrated through various brands, more expensive, more features. But I'm not going to gear shame someone because, right, they're starting with a lower brand. It's just, you can't forget where you came from.
You want to hear something funny? After we were done talking, this is before I talked to you, I was telling my wife our conversation. I said, there's one particular thing that cracked me up after I gave you the chocolate. The story about the Easter Bunny in the ear. Like you weren't, I don't think you listened to that.
I couldn't hear you guys.
But it was freaking hilarious. I'm like, apparently it becomes tradition now that he has not been able to get one. And I thought that Alyssa would have like the chocolate. Like, no, my mom will buy the chocolate.
Mama C. It's always Mama C.
Yeah. No, so fair point. My mother's been here every day, right?
Yeah.
She's 76, still proud of her baby boy. She comes here. Everybody here knows who she is.
Have I met her?
No, you've not.
Oh,
I should have had her on.
I know. That would have been awesome.
But they refer to her as Mama C. And so the chocolate that you gave me is hidden in my room because I know she's up in my room during the day and I know her ass would have opened and started eating.
Yep. And then she would put a little note.
Yeah, right.
Or no, she'd send a picture and be like, I ate some of it.
That's right.
I think each of those things have like a little quote or message in them as well. So like some inspirational quotes, like
Love it.
get knowledge with every single one that you're eating.
Love every minute of that.
I also learned you started golfing
Yes.
not long ago.
No, just over 3 years ago.
I just started taking lessons with my wife.
Do you love it?
I have so much respect. I really like it. But holy crap.
Yes.
I used to play baseball, so you can imagine.
It's completely different.
Oh my God, I have so much respect for that sport now.
Golf is a very humbling sport. There's a lot to it. Even when you think you've figured it out, you haven't. You hit that one good shot. It's orgasmic and it keeps you coming back for more.
So true.
But yeah, I'm a 2 handicap, and I started about. You got time? I'll tell you how I got started.
Let's go for it.
It's because it's probably nothing I say right now will surprise you. So we're engaged to get married, and her dad is like, hey, we should probably find something in common that we can do. I'm like, well, what'd you have in mind? He's like, well, I play golf. I'm like, well, I don't really play golf. I'm like, maybe I've gone to the range and hit a ball or two. I go, but I'm not a golfer. And I go, but I'll try. So we go, I tell her, I'm like, hey, your dad wants to play golf together, but, I played college tennis. I tried going pro in tennis. I played baseball. So I'm so hyper competitive. I go, if I like this, I'm going to be all in. She's like, yeah, okay, whatever. I go, as you can imagine, her father hands me my ass. I probably shot like a 150 something my first time playing, but I was hooked. So I got into it because I was like, this fucking guy's not beating me. There's no way. I'm not letting this go on. Then I got into it. I started taking lessons, started playing tournaments. And now at this point, I've played 2 PGA Tour qualifier events because I want to play on the Champions Tour. That's my kind of life goal.
He can't just play golf and enjoy it. He has to dominate and go on tour.
Yeah. It's a personality thing.
Yeah.
I get it.
I'm like, I just want to take a nap. That's my goal and aspiration.
But she's into it now, which is no matter what happens, like, it's 1 in a million if I make it, but I'm going to try, right? That's the key. I never want to be that person who's like, I could have played pro sports. No, you couldn't. If you could have, you would have. So I always like to I'm going to try. And if I don't make it, I don't make it. But then I can at least look myself in the mirror and say, I gave it my best, right? So I'm in that mode right now. But she gets into it. And she fucking loves it now. And she's a natural at it, which pisses me off. Right? Because she just
literally what you're saying about your wife.
Yeah.
She comes out and she's just like, I'm 55, right? So I don't have the same like limberness and flexibility. And she just comes out and she's like,
well, here's the thing.
what the fuck?
My wife does acro yoga and yoga. My instructor is like, oh, you're natural. You're so flexible. John, you got to be more nimble. I'm like, she's like, psh.
Yeah.
It's like hitting them all we're at Topgolf, but she's like hitting all the perfect shots. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I've taken like 4 lessons and
That's her. So we go out. So first of all, she has shot multiple times in the 90s, like legit in the 90s, which is less than a certain like 10, 15, 20% of golfers ever break into the 90s, 80s, things like that. So I'm like, what? She's like, I played that shit today.
Here's the thing. I don't play with other people. I only play with him. So he's shooting in the 70s. And I'm like, I am a terrible golfer. I'm awful. I did an 86 is my best round.
Her best round. I tell her, bro, this shit costs me money. I say to her, I'm trying to motivate her. I'm like, look, I'm not gonna get you fitted for golf clubs if you're shooting in the hundreds. I'm like, if you break 90, I'll get you fitted for clubs, right? You're talking about like a $4,000 purchase. So she's like, okay. I'm thinking I got at least a year before she breaks 90 and shoots in the 80s. Bro, like 30 days later, she shoots in 86. I'm like, I guess we're getting fitted.
A man of your word, man. Man of your word at that.
So we did it. But what I love most about that is we do everything together. A lot of our friends, they can't wrap their head. Like my buddies, they're like, you work with her every day? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, dude, we are never apart. But
it's so funny because my friends say that about you.
Sure, with that maniac every day.
What's even funnier is we actually don't have friends, so nobody says anything.
But they can't wrap their heads around that we're together, we work together, play together. So golf, rather than me now having to go off and do it with the boys, it's like, well, no, we're, because after this, we're going to Kiowa Island.
Yeah.
We're going to play the ocean course.
Nice.
We're doing it together.
3 courses in 4 days.
That's what I'm that's the goal, right? That's the goal. That's where I'm hoping to go, which is there's so many beautiful places one can go to play. And if you go to a location, like, okay, what kind of golf courses are here?
Right.
And finding activities as a couple is hard sometimes.
Yep.
Agreed.
The stereotypical stuff, I mean, that's not my dinner is great so many times.
Right.
Doing something together, it's.
Well, especially, I would say, 80-20 rule. Men are hyper competitive compared to women, right? Again, 80-20 rule. Not with her. She's passive aggressive competitive, right? So she acts like she's not competitive, but deep down inside, she wants to fucking destroy you.
Kristen, I keep telling you, her and Kristen will get along.
Yeah.
First of all. And second, and because also I'm like the Tiffany thing, we have a very similar thing. I'm like, it's like.
He saw my jewelry yesterday.
Nothing.
And then I showed up
today. Yesterday.
And it showed up today. He's like, I see you have more issues with.
See a pattern here. Is towels, jewelry?
I don't have the issue. I mean, I just receive.
Yeah. I'm a gift giver. There's no lie.
That is his love language.
That experience is freaking addicting. Like,
no, yeah.
When I've gone to Tiffany's in Tampa, but when I went to the Landmark with Kristen, we got the opportunity because a friend buddy of mine hooked us up and we got up to the terrace and got to see everything up there. And holy shit, did they make you feel special?
Mm-hmm. This is what I try to preach to these photographers when I'm teaching them business, that are you really paying for the photo print, or are you paying for the experience that goes along with it? We're experienced people, man. So I'll spend more money on dinner, on clothing experiences, right? Everybody's got their vice. Some people look at a pair of shoes and go, I don't care. It's not worth it. I'd rather have a Rolex. I'm not a watch guy, so those things don't appeal to me. But dude, dinner, a Michelin restaurant, $300, $400 a plate, sign me up. And our idea of a good time is you could see us eating in a back alley, some shitty restaurant, or we're eating at a Michelin restaurant.
There's no in between.
Yeah.
With that, we're from Florida. We're Central Florida. Experience, universal, on a normal day with kids. Ugh.
Yeah, I can only
My
imagine.
wife and I went there, and I said, you know what? Screw it. We're going to do everything VIP. The best money I've ever spent in my life.
Is that right?
Oh, my God, yeah. First of all, you stay at the resort. You take a little boat, so you don't have to deal with the shit that happens in the parking. You walk in there, you can skip every single line. But you don't have to rush. You walk, you're enjoying, and it's kind of like doing like a royal goodbye as you're passing people. It sounds pretentious as hell.
No, but
it's the best. That was the best time I've ever had at a theme park. And again, the memories, you would either remember being in line for 2 hours.
So true.
Or you remember how awesome it was to basically feel.
Like peasants.
I told you, it's inside. She comes out every once in a while. That experience is addicting for sure, whether it's Louis Vuitton or Tiffany. If you have the money, you want to spend it on that stuff. And that's the key, right? We've all been in different places in life. I shared part of my story with you. Came from nothing. But at the end of the day, now I'm not at that same place. And when I do have money to spend, I want that experience.
Right.
Flying is the same thing. Have you ever flown first class?
Not yet.
Okay.
Don't do it to yourself. You'll never go back.
Well, don't do it domestically. That sucks.
I was told about redneck first class, but go on.
Yes. Well, so
I need to hear about
internationally,
this.
yeah, we need to hear about this redneck first class. Internationally, we got upgraded just because we travel so much. We didn't pay for the tickets, but we got upgraded because of how much we were traveling. Oh, it was like $300 a ticket to upgrade to first class. We were flying to Brazil. After that, I was fucked. Dude, they're coming through with the ice cream cards for like, halfway trip snacks, hot meals, real silverware. I'm like, oh my God, I need to be doing this all the
It
time.
was amazing. And then just to be able to lay down and sleep like in a bed.
Of course.
That was so nice.
So what's this redneck first class you speak?
So my best friend John, he's a former race car driver, and we met off chance. I decided one day, out of the blue, I'm going to photograph some cars. It's an exotic car show. I like cars, but I'm not a car photographer. I was there taking pictures, softbox. Came across him, nicest guy I've ever met. Ended up keeping in touch. Ended up being my best friend. He has cars. He's got money, but he's not the kind of guy that will have the flashy stuff. He drives his cars. He has put like 50,000 miles in his Ferrari and etc. And he says, if I'm not flying first class because I always get the upgrade from all the points from his company, I go redneck first class. I'm like, what the hell is redneck first class? So that's when I go all the way in the back of the plane. Nobody's sitting there. And I just lay flat.
Oh, I would do that
know?
too.
Say
That
So if you can't afford first class, just go to the back. Go to the back where nobody wants to go and just lay flat. That's your
I honestly don't know the last time I was on a plane that wasn't 100% booked.
That's unfortunately because we travel Southwest and they
Yeah.
got sardines into.
I got lucky. I flew Southwest and there was nobody in the middle. They're like, it is a packed flight. The guy next to me was mean mugging everybody. I'm like, I'm not going to stop him. He looks dangerous, and it worked out in our favor. So, no, but that's great. That's great. Yeah, that experience thing. I'm not a Rolex guy.
Yeah.
So I have my ring. I have a smartwatch. That's all that I have. Everything else, I came from similar. You go from where you have nothing, and then you have.
Yeah.
And I choose to spend it on things that are meaningful, not tangible necessarily.
Right.
Unless it's a print, unless it's something that I'm going to keep. Yeah, we don't bring this stuff with us when we're gone. It's the memories.
Right.
Yeah. What are you going to do? How much money are you going to put in a bank account and save? I mean, obviously you want to pay your bills. You want to have a nest egg so you feel safe if God forbid something goes wrong. But then after that, what are you doing? Like, yeah, I want to enjoy my life. I want to enjoy the hard work that we have put into this. And sometimes that's me. Yeah, I am a gift giver. That's my love language for sure. So I love giving her things like that. And I love that I can afford to. And the same thing for my mother. I give gifts to her and try to
Sure, not the chocolate though.
not the chocolate, man. That's where I draw the line.
This has been great, man. This has been great. I'm really curious. I've been talking to some people after, like 3 days of insanity.
Yeah.
And everybody's worn out. Some people ask me, how do you guys do this? Like all day? Like, how do you keep going 24 hours? And I'm like, I don't know. Probably because my wife's at home with the kids and I'm here by
Yeah,
myself.
that's
What
what
else
we
am I
do.
going to do? Like go to my room and just,
Right.
You're getting a ton of content, man.
I've never done this like this before. This is the first setup like this that I've done. And it's phenomenal.
Well, I hope you
And-
come back next year and do it.
Yeah, and I hope so too. I hope so. That'll be great. Is he going to be here?
Yeah.
Good. No, I really think it's important for people to see ShutterFest because again, first time, got to see it for myself. It's different. This is mind blowing. It's mind blowing, and perhaps if people who watch this that are not part of it come to it, great.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, and if not, we at least don't know about Redneck First Class.
That's right.
Right.
There's
Yeah.
been some educational value here.
There has been.
Debatable.
Who has been someone that you recently met that you would love to give a shout out to?
Like from ShutterFest?
Sure, from ShutterFest.
Wow, I wasn't ready for that. I have no idea because my brain is mush right
I
now.
know. I'm like, think of a name. Just say a name. Any name.
How about
I won't, you know what I'll say? I won't say a name. I will say we call our volunteers the ShutterFest Mafia. Ramadan.
I seen this? Okay,
Yeah. Everything we do is branded ShutterFest Mafia for them. They get special t-shirts. We give them a nice challenge coin for volunteering. And the reason I want to shout out to those individuals is because truly, we've already said there's 3 people that are making this event happen. But during the event, without that ShutterFest Mafia, we don't have
We don't.
an event.
This event would not happen without
Well,
them. And they worked so hard,
Hard.
like pouring sweat, and they're still like, what else can I do? I'm like, you guys are amazing.
Without them, doesn't exist.
your
Yeah.
community is also phenomenal. I mean, being part of that Facebook group and seeing how it self-monitors itself and
Oh yeah.
they keep people in check.
Yeah.
Yes, that's great.
The group we're very sarcastic. Again, it's
Oh, yeah.
top down. I'm the leader of that, I'm sure. But if somebody comes in there and they just start spewing negativity or complaining to complain, you'll see the community self-govern
Yeah.
and jump in and help if it warrants help, but they'll thump people if they're just being stupid, right? If you're just being ignorant to complain for the sake of complaining, you don't really want help, right? You just want to complain. And so the community will self-govern that, and I love it. Sometimes things will blow up, settle back down. I never even knew about it until after the fact.
Yep.
Somebody will be like, did you see what was going on in the group? I'm like, no, I've been in photo shoots all day. Like,
It's been 40 minutes. No.
So what happened now?
exactly.
This is great. This is great. I want to, again, thank you both for having me here.
Yeah.
This has been a lot of fun. I'm not done. I'm going to be here. The DJ's here.
Yeah.
And I'll still record. If people want to sit down and talk to me,
Love it.
I'll go ahead and do that.
You know, it'd be great. Here's what I would love, and maybe you're already doing it. Every person who sits down with you, whatever you're talking about, get to a question where you just basically ask them, what's the one thing they love about ShutterFest? I'd really be curious to see what those answers sound like, or if they all start sounding the same, which is community, which is what I hope they love the most.
I've asked that question a few times, and it's pretty much that.
That's awesome.
It's the people. It's how they feel. I think it's just how it makes them feel.
And you're about to feel a certain way here in a second.
Oh, Brian's no joke. I love him.
Yeah.
He's such a good DJ.
All right. I
I
can't
can
wait.
shout anyone out. I'm going to shout out Brian.
Brian, what though?
Brian Lewin. He's local DJ. We've known him for what, 15 years?
Yep.
Maybe longer. So he used to DJ for a company that we would shoot weddings, and he would always be at the weddings and always hung out with him. You know, the vendor meals, we'd always hang out in the back room with him.
Again, it's back to loyalty. We're loyal to this hotel. That's why we keep it here and we don't go anywhere else. We're loyal to the vendors who supported us in the beginning,
Right.
and we take care of them. A guy like Brian, he left the company that we had originally hired. And when he left, that owner called me and he goes, hey, we still want to be part of ShutterFest. I'm like, sorry, dude. My loyalty is to Brian.
And he's a part of everything we do. It's not any event we have where we need a DJ, it's him. Anytime we need hotel rooms, it's here. Like we are very, very loyal.
I'm a big believer in that loyalty.
That's great. Well, thank you both.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Appreciate you stopping.
Yeah.
I kept you under 30 minutes.
I'm impressed, honestly.
Yeah, I heard 30 minutes, actually.
I told you, you and I could have talked for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Come up with 5 questions next time we're together. It's an hour and a half call. Man.
I'll put a new battery and everything out.
Perfect.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
Thank
Yes.